I had a conversation with my neighbor Margaret last week. She's 72, full of life, always tending to her garden. But she told me something that really stuck with me. She said, I feel great, so why bother with all those doctor's appointments? And I get it. When nothing seems wrong, it's easy to put off those checkups. But here's the thing, friends. The best time to catch a health issue isn't when you're feeling sick. It's before you ever notice a problem. That's why today we're talking about the 4 preventative screenings every senior should get annually. And trust me, number 3 is the one most people skip, but it could save your life. Now, I'm not here to scare you. In fact, the opposite. These screenings are like your car's regular oil change. They keep everything running smoothly so you can enjoy the ride longer. And the good news? They're often quick, simple, and covered by Medicare or insurance. So let's dive in. Starting with the first one you should never ignore. Raise your hand if you've ever left the doctor's office with that little Velcro cuff around your arm. I know I have. But here's why it matters. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. It sneaks up without symptoms, yet it can lead to heart attacks, strokes, or kidney damage. And after 60, our arteries aren't as flexible as they used to be, which makes monitoring even more critical. A quick tip. If you're only checking it at the doctor's office once a year, that's not enough. Stress, caffeine, even a rushed morning can spike your numbers. Ask your doctor about checking it at home. They'll show you how. And aim for numbers below 130/80. If yours is higher, small changes like cutting back on salt or walking 20 minutes a day can work wonders. Now, let's talk about a screening that's a bit more personal, but oh so important. I know. Talking about colonoscopies isn't exactly dinner party conversation. But here's the truth. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in seniors, and it's highly preventable with early detection. The good news? You've got options now. Sure, there's the traditional colonoscopy, which isn't as bad as you've heard. I've had too. But if that's not for you, ask about stool-based tests you can do at home. The key is doing something. My friend Jim avoided his screening for years out of embarrassment. Then at 68, he finally went, and they found precancerous polyps. The doctor removed them right then and there. Jim told me later, I wasted years worrying when 30 minutes could have saved my life. So, if you're over 60 and haven't had yours, promise me you'll schedule it this week. Your family will thank you. Now, we're moving to the screening most people skip, but it's the one that could keep you independent and thriving for years to come. Let's talk about, all right, friends, we've covered why blood pressure checks are your silent guardian and how colorectal screenings can literally save your life. Now, we're moving on to the screening that most seniors don't think about until it's too late. And that's exactly why we're talking about it today. Because when it comes to your health, what you don't know can hurt you. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed yourself getting a little shorter over the years, or maybe you've had a minor fall that left you with a fracture? If so, this next screening is especially for you. Let's dive in. Here's the hard truth. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 5 men over 65 will break a bone because of osteoporosis. And here's the sneaky part. You won't feel your bones getting weaker until after they break. That's why a bone density scan, also called a DEXA scan, is so important. It's quick, painless, and gives you a clear picture of your bone health. Think of it like this. Your bones are the framework of your house. Over time, weather and wear can weaken the structure, but if you catch it early, you can reinforce it. Foods rich in calcium and vitamin D, weight-bearing exercises, yes, even walking counts. And sometimes medication can stop bone loss in its tracks. My aunt refused this scan for years until she slipped on a rug and broke her hip. After that, she told me, I wish I'd known before the fall. So let's learn from her, okay? Now, let's talk about a screening that's tied to so many health issues, fatigue, blurry vision, even heart disease. Yet half of seniors with it don't even realize they have it. Raise your hand if you've ever blamed fatigue on just getting older. I've done it too. But what if I told you that sluggish feeling could actually be high blood sugar? After 60, our bodies don't process sugar as well, and 1 in 4 seniors has prediabetes. Most don't know it. Left unchecked, it can lead to nerve damage, vision loss, or even amputations. Scary, right? But here's the good news. A simple blood test can catch it early, and small changes can reverse prediabetes. Your doctor can check your blood sugar with a fasting glucose test or an A1C test, which shows your average levels over 3 months. If your numbers are high, cutting back on sugary drinks, adding more fiber to your meals, and even a 10-minute walk after dinner can make a huge difference. My neighbor Bob reversed his prediabetes in 6 months just by swapping soda for sparkling water. Small change, big payoff. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. That's a lot of appointments to keep track of. And you're right, it can feel overwhelming. But here's the thing. These screenings aren't just items on a checklist. They're your power tools for staying independent, active, and fully enjoying your golden years. And in the next part, we'll talk about how to make these screenings effortless, including a simple trick to remember them all. So here we are, friends. We've talked about the why behind these 4 life-saving screenings, and I hope by now you're as convinced as I am that they're worth your time. But let's be honest, knowing what to do is one thing. Actually doing it? That's where the magic happens. And that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. How to make these screenings so simple, so automatic, that they become just another part of your vibrant, healthy life. Because here's the truth. The seniors who thrive aren't the ones with the best willpower or the most discipline. They're the ones who figured out how to work with their habits, not against them. And today, I'm going to share exactly how you can do that too. First trick, and this one's golden, tie your screenings to something you already remember. For example, schedule your blood pressure check the same week as your birthday every year, or pair your bone density scan with your annual tax appointment. You're already out of the house anyway. My friend Ruth gets her blood sugar test right after her grandkids' summer visit. She says it's her back-to-school health check. Second trick, buddy up. Everything's more fun with company, right? Ask a friend to schedule their screenings the same month as yours. You can even make a day of it. Get your tests done in the morning, then treat yourselves to lunch after. Before you know it, you'll be looking forward to these appointments. And third, this one's my favorite. Ask your doctor for a preventative care schedule. Most clinics can print out a personalized list of when you're due for each screening. Tape it inside your medicine cabinet or put it with your coffee mugs. Somewhere you'll see it every single day. I want to tell you about my Uncle Frank. For years, he avoided doctors like they were telemarketers. Then at 71, his daughter finally convinced him to get a routine blood pressure check. Turns out, it was sky high. No symptoms, just quietly damaging his heart. That one appointment led to medication, then better eating habits, then daily walks. And now at 78, he's on a bowling league and takes his grandkids hiking. All because of one screening that took 10 minutes. That's the power of catching things early. It's not just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. More energy for gardening, more strength to lift your grandbabies, more confidence to say yes to adventures. So here's what I want you to do today. Grab your phone or calendar right now, yes, while you're still thinking about it, and pick one screening to schedule this week. Just one. Maybe it's the bone density scan you've been putting off, or that blood sugar test you've been meaning to get. Put it in your calendar, set a reminder, and consider it a gift to your future self. Because here's what I know about you. You're someone who cares about staying active, independent, and full of joy. And getting these screenings, that's how you protect that life you've worked so hard to build. So, from my heart to yours, thank you for taking this time to invest in your health. Your future self is already thanking you. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which screening are you committing to this month? Drop a comment below and let's cheer each other on. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more simple, actionable tips to thrive after 60. Until next time, remember, The best healthcare isn't just about treating problems, it's about preventing them before they start. Here's to your health, your happiness, and all the adventures still ahead.